Since you uplifted, smaller places like Des Moines and Charlottesville, what is a misconception that you see Black travelers especially have about US travel that you want to challenge?
So it's funny. People are like, you don't be scared and stuff, because I'm be out in Virginia in some of these podunk places, and I'm always like, I've never had a problem. That doesn't mean that there aren't problems, but like about safety, right? And going to these like smaller, not majority Black places. So here's a theory that I always follow: wherever I am, I belong. So I don't care if it's all white people there. Now there's a Black person here. I just walked in. Thank you very much. Right. So I don't really carry this, like, because I went to a PWI undergrad, and I literally, like, whether I'm in China or Thailand or someplace where there's not a lot of Black people are, like, just get used to the idea of being the only Black person in the room. And that is okay. But not, that can't be every place. Like when I went to, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, I'm doing all the Black stuff. I'm eating at the best fried chicken place they have there, which actually wasn't very good, but that is a different story, right? I'm eating at the Black places. I'm going to the Black museums. Like, I'm doing, as I say, Black ass shit, right? But there are places that don't have a lot of, and I'm always looking for the Black. There's always Black people somewhere.
You and me both, girl.
Right? So I'm always like, there got to be two Black people here. What they doing? But I think that, like, the idea of the small white places necessarily being unsafe, right? And so I'm a woman traveling by myself, so I'm always cautious. I pay attention to who's in front of me, who's behind. I don't let people walk behind me, right? I'm not roaming around at dark places at night by myself, right? And if it's too many Confederate flags, then I'll say this is going to be a drive-by tour, right? I don't necessarily put myself in those type of situations, but the safety of going to some of these smaller white places. And it's so funny, because I'll be out in like Northern Neck or whatever in Virginia and these places. My friend was like, "You're not like ever afraid? Nothing's ever." I said, "Nothing has ever popped off." Those are the places where actually people are super nice. And I was like, it was in Norfolk, Virginia, which is in Tidewater, and there's hella Black people over there, that I went to a hotel and the guy wouldn't check me in. I had no idea why. He was just like, yeah, we're not checking you in. You have an attitude. Norfolk. This is like the Tidewater area is one of the blackest places in
Right.
Virginia.
So you can't assume just because it is a Black area that you're safe.
And that was the place. And I'd have been to some podunk towns where I'm like, girl, I didn't see a Black person in miles. And I've been treated fine, nice, super hospitable, and it's one of the places that have some of the most Black people in Virginia, that where I was discriminated against, right? So I try to be aware, I try to be safe and cautious, but I try to leave my preconceived notions about a place and just be open to that place. So that's my thing, is like, wherever I go, I belong. It's fine if I'm the only Black person. I've just embraced it. I'm a trailblazer. And because I've traveled somewhere, it doesn't matter. I can connect with anybody.
Love that.
Because I know how to ask questions, and I know how to ask people questions about their story. Like, I may be getting, and of course I'm the Black person in there, so they be like, well, you're clearly not for me.
They know immediately. That reminded me when I was in.
I'm a master of holiday conversations. I love it. I'll be like, well, get into everybody. Well, what are you doing here? Well, where are you from? What kind of work did you doing?
They love the small talk.
Let's have another. What you drinking? Somebody will buy me a drink, because I'm always going to wineries, distilleries, and breweries, right? And those places are just have more of the abundance, unless it's a Black one, have the abundance of white folks, right? And so I think I know myself. I know where I go, I belong. I know how to generally keep myself safe, barred some some random circumstances that could happen anywhere, really. As we've seen, like, some random ish could be happening in your hometown right around the block, as much as you might get dragged out of your car by a person, right? And so I think that it's not going to necessarily be unsafe. I don't think you're going to necessarily be. You're going to be bored if you're boring.
It's not the place that's the problem.
Even if I'm going to a place by myself, I bring a book, I bring a journal, an audio book. I'll be like, oh, they'll be like, you by yourself? Yes, give me the prime seat right here. Yes, thank you. I'll have a book, I have an audio book, or I may want to talk to people. Or there's like Food tours you go on, you meet people. Tours are great. Food tours, historic tours, or if you like cocktails, there's always cocktail tours and pub crawls. There's ways to like meet and engage people too and have a good time.